In the farthest reaches of the galaxy, there lies a world shrouded in mystery and dread, Xivor Prime, a planet declared off-limits by every major interstellar authority. Its surface is dominated by the Emerald Abyss, a jungle so vast and hostile that even the most advanced species have failed to conquer it. The air is thick with spores that can corrode metal, the plants possess an insatiable hunger for flesh, and the predators lurking in the shadows are engineered by nature to be apex hunters. It is a graveyard of countless expeditions and the stuff of legends for reckless adventurers. But for Zilla, a young girl of the fragile Thrivian race, this unforgiving jungle is no legend, it is her prison. She was once a joyful being, her luminous skin and delicate features a testament to the ethereal beauty of her kind. That was before the Droxian cartel raiders took her from her home world. The Droxians, notorious for their cruelty, subjected Zilla to unspeakable experiments, seeking to harness the unique properties of her bioluminescent physiology for their twisted ends. When she was deemed useless, too weak to endure further torture, they discarded her like refuse, leaving her to die in the Emerald Abyss. Now, alone and scarred, both inside and out, Zilla clings to survival with what little strength remains. She has learned to hide from the jungle's predators, her bioluminescent skin dimmed to avoid detection. Her once melodic voice is silent, her spirit weighed down by despair. She believes no one will come for her. After all, who would brave the Emerald Abyss for a broken alien girl? Unbeknownst to her, fate has other plans. A ship has entered Xivor Prime's orbit, piloted by a humanist species known for their audacity, resilience, and compassion. Dr. Aileen Harper, a xenobiologist renowned for her fearless ventures into the unknown, is about to defy every warning, protocol, and piece of common sense to answer a faint, erratic distress signal. Little does she know that her journey into the Emerald Abyss will change two lives forever and challenge the very limits of what it means to be human. Dr. Aileen Harper was no stranger to danger. Her reputation as a trailblazing xenobiologist had been earned through years of exploring uncharted worlds, often under conditions that would make most people turn back. Her latest assignment was supposed to be routine, cataloging flora on a temperate moon. But the moment her ship's long-range sensors picked up an erratic distress signal originating from Xivor Prime, she knew her plans were about to change. "Scout, confirm the source of the signal," Aileen commanded, her voice steady but tinged with urgency. Her AI companion, Scout, responded with its usual calm efficiency. "Signal verified. Source is planetary surface, near the northern quadrant of the Emerald Abyss. Biometric readings indicate non-native life forms, though data integrity is compromised by environmental interference." Aileen didn't need a detailed report to make up her mind. She had heard the stories about Xivor Prime, about the jungle that devoured explorers and left no survivors. But she also knew that where there was life, there was hope. Against the vehement protests of her superiors, she altered course and prepared for descent. The odds were slim, but she wasn't the type to ignore a cry for help, especially not when the galaxy's bureaucracies would. As her ship breached the planet's atmosphere, turbulence rocked the cockpit. The Emerald Abyss spread out below her, a seething mass of green and shadow. The view was both mesmerizing and foreboding. Eileen's hands danced across the controls, guiding the ship to a precarious landing on a relatively clear patch of ground. Every instinct screamed caution, but her determination burned brighter. Stepping out of the ship in her armored exploration suit, Aileen was immediately struck by the oppressive atmosphere. The air was thick with humidity, and her suit's filters buzzed as they worked to keep the corrosive spores at bay. "Stay sharp, Scout," she muttered. "This jungle looks like it's waiting for a reason to eat us." "Affirmative, Dr. Harper," the AI replied. "Advising minimal noise and swift movement. Sensors indicate high predator activity." With a deep breath, Aileen ventured into the jungle. Each step was a calculated risk, her path illuminated by the faint glow of her suit's navigation system. The distress signal was faint but persistent, a flicker of life amidst the chaos of the jungle. As she moved deeper, her eyes caught traces of bioluminescent trails, a phenomenon she hadn't expected. "Scout, analyze," she said, pointing to the glowing residue on a nearby tree. "Thrivian bioluminescence detected," the AI confirmed. Eileen's heart skipped a beat. The Thrivians were a delicate and peaceful race, ill-suited to a place like this. What could one of them be doing here? And more importantly, were they still alive? The Emerald Abyss lived up to its name in every horrifying detail. Towering trees with bark like polished obsidian loomed overhead, their branches entangled in a dense, suffocating canopy that blocked out most natural light. The jungle floor was a patchwork of glowing moss, carnivorous plants, and deep, sucking mud pits that seemed to shift and expand with a mind of their own. Strange sounds echoed through the air, growls, clicks, and shrill cries forming a nightmarish symphony that never ceased. Eileen's suit sensors buzzed constantly, alerting her to the myriad threats lurking in her path. One moment, a massive vine-like appendage whipped out from the shadows, its barbed tips aiming for her throat. She barely dodged, slicing it with her plasma cutter, the severed appendage writhing as if alive. Another time, a swarm of insect-like creatures with iridescent wings and razor-sharp mandibles descended upon her, forcing her to activate a short-range EMP pulse to scatter them. "Threat levels increasing," Scout warned. "Recommend retreat to ship." "Not an option," Aileen replied, her tone firm despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. "That distress signal's coming from someone who can't retreat. I'm not leaving them." The deeper she went, the stranger the jungle became. The plants seemed to move in tandem with her presence, some shrinking away as if afraid, others reaching out as if eager to capture her. Eileen's sharp eyes caught glimpses of creatures watching her from the shadows, their glowing eyes tracking her every move. Yet, they kept their distance, perhaps deterred by her suit's defensive capabilities. Then, she found a clearing that was eerily quiet. In its center stood a massive tree with bark that shimmered like liquid silver. Its roots twisted into the ground like serpents, and at its base was a small, makeshift shelter crafted from leaves, vines, and fragments of alien technology. Eileen's suit detected faint traces of bioluminescence within the shelter, matching the earlier residue. "This is it," she whispered. "Whoever sent that signal is here." The jungle seemed to hold its breath as Aileen approached the shelter, every nerve in her body on high alert. She didn't know what she would find inside, but she knew one thing for certain: she was not leaving this place without them. Aileen follows the trail, her determination growing as the jungle becomes darker and more treacherous. Finally, she finds Zilla barely alive, huddled beneath the gnarled roots of a massive tree. The alien girl is trembling, her bioluminescent skin flickering weakly, a clear sign of her deteriorating health. Zilla flinches as Aileen approaches, her wide, glowing eyes filled with terror. Hey, it's okay," Aileen says softly, removing her helmet to show her face. "I'm here to help." Zilla doesn't understand the words, but Eileen's tone and body language convey her intentions. Slowly, the alien girl allows herself to be carried back to Eileen's portable shelter. Over the next few days, Aileen nurses Zilla back to health. She uses her advanced medical kit to treat the alien's wounds and provides her with nutrient-dense supplements. At first, Zilla is wary, but Eileen's patience wins her over. Using her AI's translation software, Aileen begins to communicate with Zilla, learning about the horrors she endured at the hands of the Droxians. Zilla shares how she was taken from her home world, how her captors tested cruel substances on her, and how they left her to die in the jungle when she became useless. Eileen's fury burns hot, but she hides it, focusing on comforting Zilla and teaching her basic survival skills. Just as Aileen prepares to extract Zilla from the planet, disaster strikes. A massive Vorik beast, a towering predator with razor-sharp claws and chameleon-like camouflage, attacks their camp. Despite her advanced weapons and armor, Aileen struggles to fend off the creature. Zilla, though terrified, uses her bioluminescence to distract the beast, giving Aileen a crucial opening to deliver a disabling shot. The ordeal cements their bond, and Aileen realizes that Zilla is far more resilient than she appears. Together, they work to repair Eileen's damaged shuttle, fighting off smaller predators and navigating the hostile environment as a team. As they near the extraction point, a Droxian raider ship descends, alerted by Eileen's presence. The cartel doesn't want witnesses to their illegal activities and intends to silence her. What the Droxians don't expect is the sheer ingenuity of a determined human and her newfound ally. Using a combination of guerrilla tactics and Eileen's advanced tech, the duo outsmarts the heavily armed raiders. Zilla proves invaluable, using her bioluminescence to create illusions that confuse the enemy, while Aileen takes out key targets with precision strikes. The final confrontation sees Aileen and Zilla facing the Droxian leader, a cruel warlord named HFY. Together, they bring him down, ensuring he'll never harm anyone again. With the Droxians defeated and the jungle behind them, Aileen and Zilla board the repaired shuttle. As they leave Xivor Prime, Aileen promises Zilla that she will take her to a safe haven where she can heal and start a new life. But Zilla doesn't want to part ways. She has found strength in Eileen's kindness and courage, and she wants to stay by her side. Touched by the alien girl's trust, Aileen agrees, knowing that their partnership is just the beginning of something extraordinary. As the shuttle streaks through the stars, Aileen looks at Zilla, who is staring out at the galaxy with wonder in her eyes. "Welcome to the rest of your life," Aileen says with a smile. Together, they set course for a future filled with hope, adventure, and the unbreakable bond between a human and an alien who refuse to give up.